Hello, everybody. Relationship is beautiful, but the problem is cheating. And in a world where cheating has become the order of the day, you no longer ask questions like, can we stop cheating? Rather, the question should be, is it possible for you to cheat and still love? That should now be the sensitive question we should be asking. And that is why today we'll be looking at this very interesting topic. Is it possible for one to cheat and still love his or her partner? And we are going to be looking at this very topic with two lovely people in the studio. Two faces you guys are very familiar with. Hello, everybody. You all are welcome to the Lifestyle Show here on New What TV. I still remain your girl and host for the show, EJ. Thank you all very much for your love and support, for the consistent follow-up. We just want to extend a very big gratitude to all our, esteemed followers. Thank you all very much. Please keep up with the love and keep sharing. Once again, you're welcome. With me in the studio today are two lovely people, like I said earlier. Two faces you guys are very familiar with. So I'll start with the lady. We have Miss Promise Emmanuel. She's an actress. It's so good to have you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me too.
All right, then. And then we have Mr. Jerry Etonam. He's my boss, even though he always disagrees with it. So, Jerry, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine,
Thank you very much for joining us today.
I'm your boss. It means I can punish you for calling me.
Exactly. All right. Thank you both for coming. Okay. Thank you all for joining us today. Now, like we have, like I've established or like I've said, this topic is a very sensitive topic. It's also very, I don't know. Let's just start first because it's going to, it's just very everything. Okay, so first of all, I have question, and I think I should begin with you, Miss Promise. All right, then. So what do you believe drives someone to cheat? And can those motivations coexist with genuine love and care for their partners?
Okay, let me begin with cheating. Comes with a lot of reasons attached to it.
Okay.
Yeah. One, low self-esteem can cause that. Secondly, lack of communication or commitment in the relationship. And I would say number 3, emotional. How do we put it?
Emotional
damage. When you are starved emotionally, it can also lead to you cheating. So there are one reason why people out there cheat. So depending on your reason, and thirdly, some people are just naturally they're just like that. There's no reason they can't be with one man or with one woman. So they want to explore. That's the word.
All right then. Okay. So furthermore, can those motivations coexist with genuine love and care for their partners?
For me, I would always say this. If you cheat and it's intentional, there are no reasons. I don't think you love your partner. That's first. But some cheat too with reasons. Maybe when you're listening to them, you can say, I would forgive you because of what you just said. Let's take, for example, you have a partner who is maybe having serious issues. Maybe let me just say, maybe it's a court issue or maybe business problem or something. And because you need help from someone, they'll be like, okay, for me to help you, then I have to sleep with you. Do you understand? Now you look at, if I don't do this person might go in for this.
Exactly.
You want to say, okay, for me to save you, let me do this. Doesn't mean you intentionally want to do that, but because of the situations around you, you would want to bend. You just bend. Or most times I would say, if you have philosophy of how you live your life, okay, let me just put this aside and do this. So you just bend for that particular situation. And there's some people who out there's nothing. And secondly, if maybe your partner, some of us go into relationship out of pity. Maybe this guy been going after you. Then
so you just want to pity him and date him
and be with him, or maybe this guy have money. And the money, that's why you are there. Now, when you see what you like out there, you will go for it.
No,
despite being with that person, because there's a reason attached why you are there. You are not there genuinely. But when there's a genuine love there, I don't think you can even blink an eye looking at somebody out there. It's not possible.
Okay, Mr. Jerry, what do you have to say with regards to what she said? Are you in support of everything she has said to begin?
I mean, she's made points begs me to ask maybe the question, maybe men and women who cheat more. But
I think we had that topic like some time ago.
I know.
It's men now. Who is?
You see the way
Don't
she
ask
switched
again.
the conversation. That's already tell you where the source is.
Right.
So I'm not going to go much in. First of all, cheating has to do much more with being disloyal to an arrangement. So if you and I decide to be in a relationship and it's not a kind of relationship that allowed other people to come in,
Right.
the moment you do something contrary to what the two of us agreed upon, then you have cheated.
I don't think there's any agreements before the relationship.
When a guy comes to propose to you, you say, I want you to be my girlfriend, or I want us to start a journey that can lead to marriage.
Okay.
I and you, those are the two words, not we. The we comes in when you are trying to be plural with the two of you.
Or having an open relationship per se.
That is, it has to be a conversation. She spoke about communication.
Okay, go on.
So cheating, like I said, comes in when what you have established or agreed upon is flouted by someone. So like I said, you and I want to date or be in a relationship, and then you go outside that relationship, most especially without my consent or without an agreement.
All right.
It's to say that if you and I decide on something from the beginning and there is a change, we still have to discuss it.
Yes.
We still have to have a conversation around it. If I agree, maybe. If I don't agree, then maybe if you have to part ways or go on a pause or whatever it is we do.
You're talking, I'm sorry to interject, but then I think you're talking more like you're giving, this scenario should be in a civilized world. I hope you know.
No.
In civilized, it doesn't.
Sometimes,
It doesn't.
hold on.
communication.
Sometimes
Sorry,
just
hold on.
because it is right doesn't mean it is done. Do you get it? This may be how I see it should be done.
Okay.
Because first of all, like I always say, the word itself has a meaning. So when you are being disloyal or you do something out of deception, contrary to what is agreed upon, you've cheated.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman or whatever context it may be. But the seriousness of it would depend on the individual that you cheated on, or maybe if there are laws that punish a particular act of cheating,
Right.
then those will tell you if it is serious or it is not. You ask the question if you can coexist. Imagine in an exam room, maybe I learned, but probably we often hear students say that what I learned wasn't what came. Maybe you didn't learn well, or maybe what you learned wasn't what came.
Yes.
At that point, your focus is to pass the exam.
Yeah.
So if passing means you have to stretch your neck on someone's paper, you will do.
Giraffe.
At that moment, you are not thinking you are cheating. You are thinking of saving yourself for something.
Yes.
But if you are caught, then it becomes cheating. It doesn't mean when you are not caught, it's still not cheating though, because it has to do with you yourself. So when you look there and you pick something that is beneficial, you write and pass, you know, you say you pass. You not tell anybody I went to look on someone's paper.
Of course. I mean, the
It's
confidence
same-
is there.
Exactly. So it's the same thing, which means you know in exam you're not supposed to do that, but you did it.
Yeah.
So that is cheating. So regardless of the situation, you cannot say it because this one you didn't go and write it on a paper, bring to the exam hall, ask the invigilator, because those are the ones we consider grievous. At that moment, your essence is to pass. The same thing in relationship. You love the person, or
Right.
you have strong sentiment for the person, strong attachment to the person. But that person that cannot give you everything that you are looking for. You yourself, you cannot give yourself everything you are looking for. So there's always that tendency to find something that we feel is missing or is inadequate somewhere else, which can lead to cheating. So in that exam hall example I gave, you are looking for something extra to better your grades or to better what you are going to write
Why
as
not just drop the
answers.
person? You're with someone.
No, it's not
This
as easy as
illustration.
you're making
No.
it.
No,
Excuse me.
no, I said
This
earlier on. No, I said from the beginning. Most people go out of pity.
No, there's something he said.
No, I
I'm
get
sorry.
his point.
There's
It's
something he's
same
saying.
thing. No,
There's something he's
Do you know
saying.
what he said? I agree with him. Because there are most time, let me just for example now, for a lady, you might say, oh, I like fair guys. And unfortunately for you, fair guys don't come your way.
Exactly.
Only dark ones come. Do you know how you say no? At a time you say, oh, let me just manage this dark person.
So-
But in that relationship, when a fair person come, because it's what you like, my dear,
There's,
you will go for it.
Exactly.
But if that person is what you want, yeah, we know we are incomplete. That is it. But
Like I
if
said.
you need like 100 and you say 80 or 70, you cannot go out. But when you need like 100, you say like 40, 30, there is 1.1.
Tendency.
Add one to go and cheat. But once it's okay, I'm looking for.
It's not even possible for you to get all the perfect qualities.
Yeah,
you
that's what I
want
said.
in
That's what I
one
said.
person.
If you
Sometimes
did,
it's
that's what I
not-
said.
it's not even
it's
about
not
the
possible.
perfection, though.
It's just those things that you want
It
to.
is
Sometimes it
just-
runs in the blood.
It's not blood. It's just
No.
do you know most times now when I meet you as a lady now, you have these are things I want to say in a man. you meet a woman, this is something a woman. Now, out of, let me say, you have 10 and you find 6. You as a man or woman can inculcate one into that person. Then the remaining 3 is now where you tolerate each other. But when it is just maybe that person has only 3, you might and put 2. My day, you cannot stay in it.
So, do you agree with this quote that there is everybody for every person? Do you agree with it? First, it's a polar question. Don't do that thing you want to do.
It is agreeable.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean I believe in it.
Now, this is the thing. Why I said, why not just drop the person? If you're not attracted to the person and there's someone that has the quality you want is, the person you're with, you're also caging the person. So you don't want the person. You don't like the person. You're cheating on the person. Why not just let the person go?
All those things come with. She spoke about confidence early when she started speaking. I wanted to disagree, but as she led on the conversation, I began to understand something, a different interpretation. The confidence aspect works in so many ways. You are not confident enough to understand that who you are is who you are, who the person is who the person is.
Right.
And you have invested a lot, time, effort, money, emotions and all that. So it is easy for me to drop this phone and then maybe the screen will crack. I know I can repair it because there are so many of it outside and I know what I'm looking for.
Right.
The same thing with cheating. Where you are going to, who you are going to, you don't know if the person is doing the same thing you are doing. Because you are not certain of who you are going to, who you are is what you know. So you can still be there and be doing some things until most of the time it's something that pushes the person out, not the person, him or herself, pushes out of the relationship. So it is true you can love someone and still cheat, but it depends on what you are terming cheating. Like I said, the seriousness of it. Someone, for example, maybe a lady giving leeway to another guy, making advances, knowing very well she's in a relationship, it's cheating. Because it goes beyond the agreement of the two of you. The two of you decide to do the journey together, so it should only or always be the two of you. But like I said, just because it is right doesn't mean it is done.
No.
So the same thing for a guy too. A guy might say, maybe because I'm a guy, I can only cheat when I am the one who goes towards the lady to propose or make a move. But when the lady also makes a move on you and you also give that green light, it means you're equally cheating.
You've cheated.
So sometimes there are certain nuances like included in it. But it doesn't mean the person can't love you.
So that means even you looking at somebody self, like you're like, okay, because there's this quote that, when a man looks at you, he almost has scanned the whole of your personality, like the whole of your being. So like that, the man has cheated. Sorry, say that again. I'm not diverting. Like that, the man has cheated.
It should be in the
it
mind.
should be a nuance included to what you just said.
It can just be in the mind. It's when you take an action.
So it's mind cheating then.
And when
it should be my cheating now.
When you come to that one is not cheating because I can sit and I admire good things.
It's maybe something you see in the person.
Like, oh wow, it's nice.
Okay, it's fine. Let's
like
continue.
I never heard probably before that a lady can see a guy's chest and it will melt. I am a guy. I don't see what is nice about my chest. A lady will melt over.
You will not
know. Exactly. Right. The same way a lady too might not understand. I have ass, she has ass. Why will I be looking at her ass and still feel like excited or attracted to it? So it sometimes depends on who you are or maybe the gender or whatever I can say.
Yeah, and it depends on what works for you as well.
So there's love and you can still love and cheat. Because there's conditions that may put you in that situation or you yourself may put yourself in situations that will prompt you to do that.
All right, let's continue first. Voila. Okay, Sir Jerry, this question is for you. How do you define infidelity, and can emotional connection or online relationship be considered a form of cheating?
First of all, infidelity, I believe, is mostly attributed specifically to marriages. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Because with marriages, there are a number of steps from the traditional to court to the civil or whatever. So the moment something is signed upon, it makes it legally binding.
Yeah, of course.
That is why when somebody cheats and you want to divorce, or in some context of legal law, there are certain properties or assets that are given to who and what. Now, infidelity is when you break an understanding, a commitment, or let's say a legality of something two people have agreed upon. I'm saying it's more or less like the senior brother or the senior sister of cheating.
Okay, yes.
Now, but those ones are mostly in marriages, if I can say, or maybe sexual relationships or amorous relationships. Now, when you are infidel to someone, imagine you go outside and do something. The rate at which it will affect you yourself, your family, and even if you have kids is higher than when you're in a relationship.
Yes.
Do you get
because
it?
You're losing a lot.
There are a lot at stake. First of all, now your second question is what? The second part of the question.
Yeah, the second question. Can emotional connection or online relationship be considered cheating?
It still boils down now to what I said earlier on. You're in a relationship and you're
nuances
giving
to-
someone the green light.
But it's not this online relationship. You guys said something about. Let's not contradict ourselves here.
No,
you said something that
in the mind, it's different from online.
it's mind. I'm chatting with the
But
person
you are
like
investing
literally.
time, you
Right.
are investing emotions.
It's not physical. You said it's not physical now. So I
That
should
time-
consider.
Communication. No, in your mind, it's just you alone. You are in constant communication with this person. Most times you're on phone
And
calls,
is
2
that-
hours, 3 hours.
Exactly.
And
You-
you know, the
if
more
the
you
person was-
communicate, emotions develop. That's just the
Exactly.
fact.
Like I said earlier on, cheating is cheating or infidelity. The grievousness of it is just something that you have to evaluate and see.
You do know that the more you launch this idea in your heart about someone, like you're not in contact with the person, but then you see the person, you keep admiring the person. The more you keep launching that idea in your heart, you really develop feelings for that person
It's
too, right?
possible, but even on the physical aspects too, there are issues,
If
situations
this
where
is the case, I'm sorry, I'm just going to beg to differ. If this is the case, then that means that online dating should not be considered cheating. Even though I'm in a relationship with you, like I'm sorry, let's be
But
very
no, why?
realistic here. If I'm in a relationship with you, we are dating, and then yes, I
dating
know
is
I
different from relationship.
okay,
Let's
yeah, okay.
be specific.
I'm in a relationship,
Relationship,
okay,
yes.
and then okay, whilst in a relationship, I still have someone I chat with.
With
It's
what
not
intention?
physical. Maybe I just want to flirt with that person, but then I have
It depends on the degree of flirting. Just like somebody can walk in here and say you are beautiful.
right.
Somebody can walk here, stare at you, look at you for a while, give you some gazes, and then say something. Maybe you are beautiful. The tonation comes. It can illustrate
It
the
sends
intent.
different signals.
Yes. So
okay.
whether it is on, let me even just compare the two. Sometimes in relationship you have arguments.
All right.
That sometimes you don't talk to each other for some while. I don't know for everyone, but I've been in a situation like that before. When you come to make up, you feel it is sweet because there's something that's secret in your mind. Maybe scientists might give a name to it. I don't know what it is. There's a feeling of it when it becomes anew again. So when it constantly happened for a while, like when she was giving maybe not the
becomes
reason
highly
for cheating
toxic.
per se, but when it constantly happens like that, you get to a point you feel like, well, let me just be maintaining this one and go to where my real happiness is, which is what she said, the criteria, the checklist that you have. You find 7 somewhere. Maybe the person you are with only has 3, and the person is already tormenting you. So you probably want to find that 7 somewhere, which is higher than the 3. If you are married, then it becomes infidelity.
But if you are not, then
Married,
it's
then
cheating.
it's still cheating. You can still be cheating in marriage, though. So in this situation, it's very possible.
Alright.
Online can still constitute that.
Okay. Are you in
I'm
agreement?
okay with him.
All right then. So I have a question for you. Can you share a personal experience or perspective on whether it's possible to rebuild trust and maintain a healthy relationship after infidelity? Or let's just say after cheating.
Or any of
No,
them.
when you
Yeah,
come to that,
cheating or infidelity.
The possibility is 75%. Yes, we might make peace, but the trust level, it's no longer 100%.
It's gone.
Yes, it's different because most times, do you know, I might cheat on someone and, oh, I'm okay, I'm forgiving you, it's fine. I might take a step, you know, like, are you sure it's not what I'm thinking? That's the next. Are you sure it's not what I'm thinking? That's the next statement that will come out. You've not done anything, no. Just a move that you made. That person's mind will go back to what
But
you've
why is
done
it?
before.
Why isn't it possible to rebuild trust? It's
But
cheating.
You say
now.
trust
No.
is earned.
It takes time.
It's not
Do you
given.
understand? It takes time for that trust to come back. Okay, now let me just take, for example, you have a friend who you told a secret that is dear to you. Then go out to hear the secret. And you are sure that I told just you this, as you're very sure. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how it happened though. Do you know you might forgive that person and still be friends? But that friendship have limits.
You begin to cut down on the things you.
On what you say to the person, where you go or what you do. Same thing with relationship. So once that trust is broken, it's hard for you to build it back. Even though you can still coexist though, but that trust level is
It's gone.
hard for you
So
to build it back.
It's even just like professionally when they say at times you don't have to like someone to work with the person. So that thing that person did, you dislike it. But that doesn't mean you have to hate the person.
You just have to coexist.
Imagine the person is your brother or sister. You live in the same house. How much can you avoid that person? How much can you not want to talk to that person or share things with that person? Because sometimes when it overboils in you just because of that one person, you rather go and tell people that are like radio stations that everybody will hear it everywhere. I'm sure you heard a story about an actress in Ghana who wrote a book about something she did with somebody years ago. You see, people had mixed reactions to that because they felt like it was already in the past. It is no more in existence. Why they need and all that. But at the same time, if somebody is writing something about herself, and that part is also part of her life. Yeah. Do you get it? So the issue about infidelity and then building trust is something that is very delicate because, like I said, we as individuals ourselves are not complete. The same way who we are with also is not, or him or her is not complete. So when you tell me something out of confidence and I'm able to keep it, it gives you that trust or confidence to come back and still tell me things.
And I think I think with regards
but
to
just
this,
to reaffirm, trust can be built again. But I have two things to say. Are you ready to work extra to build that trust back?
Sure.
And are you ready to accommodate the consequences from the mistrust you breached between you and that person? Those are the two things you need to consider.
That's really a lot, man.
Because I think if you have to work 2% to get 5%, now that you've broken that trust, you have to work probably 4% or even 6%
to get it.
Because now you have to create it, build it, maintain it, and sustain it all along.
So in most cases, just quit and leave it alone now.
You cannot just be quitting everything like that. You become a public town crier. No, you can't just be quitting it. Because sometimes taking responsibility is good. It is also true that some people that you've offended can also take things to the extreme. Because they know you have done something to them, they take it as, like she said. Rihanna sang a song. When I walk out the door, he thinks I'm going here, but she's going there.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the phrase. So it means it is something in the mind, just like we said about cheating. Even though it's in the mind, when you implement it, it becomes something that somebody can always remember. Yeah. But if you see, as we are sitting, you don't know what I'm thinking about the two of you.
That's true. That's
so
very true.
It's that way.
So finally, before we wrap up, we're almost coming to the end of the show. Do you think societal expectation and gender role plays a role in how we perceive and address infidelity in relationship?
Definitely.
So society is the reason why we cheat.
We are society, actually. Sometimes we speak of society as if it's something different from us. We are the society.
I think it's been incorporated.
In as much as it is, so we are still the society.
Unfortunately.
It is not something somewhere that we have to go to. If this society is I don't know, a number of people belonging to a number of so and so with the same belief, that is society. Just that sometimes some things have existed before we came to being or came into contact with them.
Yeah.
So we might not really understand why those things were there.
Or why not the way it is being done.
Exactly.
We just met it that way.
So sometimes, society, because I said early, what is considered cheating, maybe the seriousness of it to a woman is not the same for a man. I think for most people, when I have conversations with them, with women, it's when you go and sleep with someone else.
Some ladies, even when you lie, they consider that cheating.
You see, so there's always a spark.
Yes.
So if somebody in his or her previous relation has had something like that, there's always a spark.
I have someone that tells you that she prefers you cheating than you lying.
You see,
it depends on the degree.
No, even the lying is part of cheating.
Yes,
when you omit something to, it's also considered cheating because there's an intent to which you are doing that. You are breaking trust, or you are being disloyal on something the two of you agreed upon. But there's one thing I want to say in this situation. Some people also say, "Tell me the truth," but when you tell it, they can't handle it.
Exactly.
I always tell people,
Thank
can
you.
you handle it?
At the end of the day, it reignites this temper, this fire, and then before you know, everywhere is on fire.
But that's why I always say, before you want to tell someone the truth, try to know how mentally mature they are. That's I always tell people. Can you want to tell you, how are you gonna react to it? Can you handle it?
And sometimes how you say it too. There are some things you can say just right away in certain contexts or conversations, but there are certain things you cannot also just say it right away that way. Maybe that is your nature. You are someone who speaks raw or direct. But when it comes to certain things, even if it's not in your nature, you have to go and learn it somewhere, go and practice somewhere before. Seriously.
And I think it makes a lot of people become very secretive in relationship.
As for secretive, they are nobody can say they are fully open to their partner.
That's true.
It's not possible.
It's not
even
possible.
You yourself.
There are little secrets.
There are certain things you say or do in your mind. You are telling, hey, why am I lying? But you are still doing it. So
that's true. Okay, so finally, Miss Promise, can love and commitment be measured by action? Or can someone's word and intention be enough to justify their infidelity?
For me, your words and action cannot be used to measure.
I have someone
infidelity.
that I have the same person.
Because
She will
what-
tell you
do
too
you
much words, no full basket.
Because why I said so. There are people that will say things, but in actuality don't do it. Do you understand? They will tell you this, but in act they're not doing it. So if I want to judge you by what you say to me, then I'm making a mistake.
Yes.
It's
For
the
me,
action.
I judge by what I see with my eyes. If I have sinned, yes, that is me. When you come and tell me, oh, Promsy, this your guy goes after ladies, thank you. Until I see, then I'll believe it.
Benefit of the doubt.
Do you know there are people out there, for example, like me personally, I like male friends around me. That is me. And there's nothing serious. They're just my friends. So if you now tell someone that this girl follows guys, you don't even know that these are just her friends, there's nothing there, and you want to come and judge me with it, then you're making a mistake.
That's true.
And what if my man too maybe has female friends around and there is nothing? Nothing.
All right. Thank
Do you understand?
Yes,
So-
please.
But
Mr.
there's
Jerry, let
always
me...
an issue when it comes to opposite sex,
Sex,
especially
yeah.
when you are at a secluded place or a place that is not of public sphere or atmosphere. So definitely, I don't know how to put it without sounding like I'm taking one side though. Basically,
good.
commitments or okay, let me just leave that one.
No, for me, I would say
No, let me hear from him. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
Let
no.
me hear from him.
Let me just leave that one.
Land now.
We are going-
I
we
want
are
to hear
going
you
to
land.
prolong this
No,
conversation.
land. Say it.
First of all, when somebody comes to you and says somebody is doing what and what, don't you just use word of mouth.
Bring action.
It is true that some people too, it's word of mouth. We spoke about confidence. Words can build confidence. Probably more than actions. Because I can call you and motivate you, tell you something over the phone without even having to show the action. But it might build your confidence. So words are important. But like I say, when you keep saying something and I don't see the manifestation of them, your words become like the air that blow, which is free for everyone. But when there are actions that back what you say, even if it's 1,000, you do 500, there are actions. Like you said yourself, somebody you say cheat on me than lie to me. Which means if I am somebody who wears that I need, you say it to me, I will like it. Even if it's true or not, I will like it. But if it's actions I'm looking for, then it means there's still something to be done. So yes, the two of them can work, but they cannot justify infidelity. Because sometimes we, the people who indulge in it, and the people that are offended, don't even understand why we do some things.
That's true.
Because some things may stem from back, like long ago. Sometimes too, it's just a matter of lack of impulse control. So sometimes you do certain things before you realize. Even here, we will leave the set and say, oh, I wish I had said this.
It
So
happens
it's
most
like
times.
human nature, we can't really understand ourselves to the extent to know exactly why we do certain things.
That's true.
But as we are saying it here, maybe whoever is listening to us might be like, okay, I didn't used to think about this thing this way, but Promise said this, or Jerry said this, or EJ said this. So let me see if I can put that word that he heard into action and see if it can help me maybe eradicate a bit. Because you said yourself, it's not like something they can remove. You just have to minimize or manage it.
Exactly.
But for me, I would always say those that cheat with their, let me use the word clear eyes. If we have maybe 100 people that have cheated, only 20 out of that 100 did it for a genuine reason. Or does it for their own
I don't think there's a genuine reason.
That's what I was
There's no genuine reason for cheating.
No, when I say genuine reason, do you know when there's a
I
case?
think it beats more into what I said about maybe the seriousness and non-seriousness.
Because when it comes maybe a life-threatening issue, do you understand? Have you seen a condition where
A life-threatening issue should lead
I
to
said
cheating.
something to sometimes people put themselves in that
example,
situation or
okay.
Let me say, for
situations make them.
example, I love Jerry. Do you understand? And unfortunately, it's not your portion. Then there's a kidney failure somewhere. And I have this friend that is filthy rich. We are friends. And I'm like, please, this person is like, can you say I have the money to give to you, but I must live with you to do this for you. And I've waited. If I do not do it, I'll lose this person.
Someone will say,
Alright.
say you should probably come and sell the guy, but what if the guy is in a
Yes.
situation he can't even talk?
Exactly.
Or might even aggravate the
Yes,
situation.
do you understand? And
Exactly.
Now when I look at this, you say, okay, let me just do this to save this person. In such case, if it's the woman or the man, they will open us, in case you hear something like this, so I did this kind of thing. I've seen ladies that go out of their way to sleep with their husband bosses or their boyfriend bosses for them to get a job. I've seen that.
Okay.
So it depends. But others Like will tell you, this one have money, this one no get money.
Material
This one
stuff.
get, this one they talk, this one no they talk. This one a gym guy, no be gym guy. Those ones are filthy reasons why you cheat. If you know your partner is not good enough for you, please leave the person.
Bam.
Simple.
Thank you very much. I think we've come to the end of today's show. Okay, we've exceeded time already. Like she said, I think that was my that was where I have always stood. If you're in a relationship with someone, an unfortunate fellow that you don't love, it's better for you to drop the person than just wasting the person's life, because there's someone. I still believe, I was telling Mr. Jerry, I still believe that there's somebody there for everybody. So leave him.
Now let me give you a story.
Leave it. No, please don't give me story. I'm not.
I'll tell you something.
No, we are done. No, we are done. It's better for you to leave the person to go and find whoever it is that is meant for him than wasting somebody's destiny. You're wasting his time. You're wasting all his money and resources. Everything that has to do with his personality, you're wasting it. And at the end of the day, you'll say you're pitying him. I feel that that's evil.
Or pitying her.
It's evil. So,
I feel this is personal
do you get? So, guys, we've come to the end of today's show. Basically, I think everybody has said there's no justification for cheating. Although she gave kind of like
Condition.
it's a condition, but then there isn't a condition. I mean, there's no justification for cheating at all. Is it that you love the person or you don't? Is it that you leave the relationship, or better still be in it, or better still don't even date at all, and then you cheat as much as you want until we come your way next week? I still may your girl EJ. Thank you all very much for your love and support. Stay blessed, stay safe. Plenty love from me to you. Bye bye.